Hi guys, so what is going on at Dover? It's been difficult to find out due to conflicting stories. The head of the port appeared on Sky News and seems interested in avoiding blaming Brexit, but then went on to explain that something that the EU is introducing this year will create massive delays. If the UK had not left, then these delays would not be occurring. The head of the Port of Dover tried to blame ferry issues, but someone on the ground perhaps has a different take. Let's hear what he had to say first.
Lots of people are saying it's because of Brexit. You're saying about 20% of it is because of these ferries that are out for a refit. What percentage is because of Brexit?
Oh, it's not easy. It's not something that you can necessarily put a percentage of the queues on. I think it's important to know. So we're in TAP this morning, and it's about a mile. It stretches back. Now that's about 100 trucks, which is about just about a single ferry load. So in terms of the amount of impact, we can clear that with one sailing, and we'll have 40 or 50 sailings today. So it's a part of the normal operations.
It's part of the normal operations. Okay. Now he also mentioned TAP, and I'll get to that in a moment. It says here, according to Kent Live news article from the 25th of January, M20 and A20 diversion route as Round Hill tunnel closure causes traffic mayhem around Folkestone. And it says here, the tunnel has been closed as part of Operation TAP at the Port of Dover. Now, what's interesting is he seems to suggest that, well, this is something just for today. But it's not the case, because I want to quote here Kieran, the Eurocourier, who has been on the ground all over Europe, but also at Dover as well. And he's been highlighting all the types of problems that are, that were predicted. He predicted a lot of these problems, and now we're seeing them in post-Brexit, in this post-Brexit era. He says, in quotes, slight delays. Operation TAP has been in force nearly every day since the 1st of January. So this is not a case of, oh look, Operation TAP has been introduced recently to deal with this problem of ferries that are being refitted. This seems to be more of a long-term problem.
Okay, I'll have to press you, I suppose, on that, on behalf of my viewers, and say, is any of it because of Brexit?
Certainly. So the introduction of the full customs checks that came in on the 1st of January, that's by having to undertake that in the port at check-in, that is indeed as a result of Brexit. That additional time to process is indeed as a result of Brexit. I think one of the important things, though, is coming in the future, and that is in September, the European Union is introducing their entry-exit system, which is a set of biometric controls for going through immigration. And in Dover, we operate juxtaposed controls, which means you clear French immigration on our side. If these biometric controls come in as they're designed to do so, which is around an airport operation rather than a busy ferry terminal, we will have significant challenges then.
So what he's talking about is the entry-exit system, EES. So it says here, according to the European Union's website, the entry-exit system, EES, will be an automated IT system for registering travellers from third countries. Remember, the UK is now a third country, both short-term visa holders and visa-exempt travellers, each time they cross the EU external border. The system will register the person's name, type of document, travel document, biometric data, that is their fingerprints and captured facial images, and the date and place of entry and exit in full respect of fundamental rights and data protection. Now, this is a security issue. This is about collecting data on people in a secure way, images, things like that. But of course, it requires people to stand in front of a camera, for example, or place their hand on a panel. If you're driving a truck, obviously it means you have to get out of that truck and get your photograph taken or put your hand on the panel. It's not something you can really do from inside the cab. And of course, this is it's a very difficult problem to resolve. Now, it's interesting that this has only come up recently, because this, if you look here at the background of this system, you can see here the European Commission presented the proposal of EES on the 6th of April 2016, as part of the revised Smart Borders package. After negotiations with the European Parliament and the Council, the co-legislators reached an agreement in July 2017. So since 2016, or let's be even more generous, 2017, we've known this thing was coming. We knew that it was eventually going to be implemented. And either the Port of Dover did not plan for this, or they didn't think it was necessary to plan for it. They didn't plan because they didn't know, or they didn't plan because they didn't care. Which is it? Because this is extremely important. It affects third countries. The UK is a third country. It doesn't seem to be that there was any planning put in place. So if you're seeing problems like this today, well, when these checks come in for third countries, it's going to be much, much worse. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.